This is a guide to the bonfire. So you'll unlock the bonfire once you've got into Act 2. You'll have to do the first quest, what is to light it, what required to use the dragon soul you got from the final boss of Act 1, and 2 ice wood logs that you'll get from the first zone of Act 2. Bonfire starts off very simple, but it definitely ramps up in complexity over time. So the base mechanic is that you have your fuel, you have your burn rate, and you have ash per second. So the way you want to do it is you want to get ash logs and you want to turn them into charcoal. This is the most efficient fuel you will get during Act 2. You can't use any Act 1 resources, so charcoal won't work, things like that. And then once you've given it fuel, so I'll just give it some logs here, and then it won't put the burn rate up. So the way it works is you will be able to farm wood so fast based on your chopping level. So let's say if I've got really fast farm, I'll have it on 100% because I'll be able to restock it in 30 minutes anyway. And as you can see, my ash per second is 1 in 5. But let's say I have a way slower farming time than that, and I want it to last for 15 hours, so I don't have to sit there chopping wood and smelting it down the entire time. I can put it on 25%, and then I have plenty of time, but as you can see, I still get a decent ash per second ratio. There is also a slider here, you can put it to whatever you want. If you put the burn rate to 69, you will get an achievement, so make sure you do that at least once, because the devs are funny guys. But most of the time, you want it on either 50% or 25% to get a good bonus whilst also not wasting too much. The second thing you will unlock is the sacrifice. To unlock this, you need to kill a boss in Act 2. The first sacrifice will be here in the Yeti zone, this is the Mammoth. The second one will be here at the Trolls, this is Jotun. And the third one will be here at the Draugr, this is Mavath. So the way it works is once you kill the boss, they will drop a soul, and you will sacrifice the soul here, and this sacrifice will unlock you these slots on top. So the way it works is you want to get to Act 2, rush your way through the act until you can beat the Mammoth, sacrifice the Mammoth, and then you want to farm either the first zone so you can boost your woodcutting power, or the second zone so you can boost your damage multiplier. So you can also boost other things, and you can try going for thorium now, but I wouldn't recommend doing it until you've beaten Jotun, because once you've killed Jotun and you sacrifice his soul, you can kill the enemies at the thorium node to increase your mining power as well. So you'll be able to boost your mining power, boost your woodcutting power, and then you should be able to farm a lot more efficiently and build the tools that are made out of thorium first, so then you can get the entire set in a lot faster time. So I wouldn't recommend doing it before you beat Jotun. Between the Jotun and the Mammoth, I'd focus on the attack wish, what increases your damage, and then hunter upgrades and enhancements on your current gear. And after that, I'd focus on getting the thorium. The sacrifices are very good. They have lots of great stats. It's crit chance, health, multi-loot. There's many different things. There's even defense here. This is a good one to come to later on if you are struggling. There's loads of them here. There's one even here at the end. What does magic find? It's very worthwhile and a good use of your resources. It's basically the Act 2 version of the hunter from Act 1. Once you've got all your sacrifices and you know how the fire works, there is the ash tree. So this tree just has a bunch of passive bonuses you'll get that will make your life easier in the future. So the ones you want to aim for are things like more ash. If maxing it out, I get 45% more ash, so that's just speeding up all of my upgrades. There's things like the rune overload. This is really good because it means you can stack runes together, what will save you space, meaning you don't need to use gems to buy more rune space. There's more ash upgrades down here, and there's one here called auto runes that will automatically send any runes you get to your rune inventory, so they're not clogging up your main inventory. There are also many attack increases. As you can see, they all give about 30%, so that's 60% already, and that's just 2 upgrades. There's crit chance, crit damage, another 30% attack, another 30% attack. So as you can see, there's over 120% attack there and many other really good upgrades. So it is worth getting Ash to upgrade these things. There isn't many other ones, but I'd avoid them until later on because a lot of them aren't as useful. Like things like defense increases, they can be quite expensive but not necessary. You want things like the attack, the more Ash, the Ash discounts, the hunter cost reduction, and these rune upgrades here. So that is pretty much the entire bonfire. There's nothing else really to it, it's just you give it fuel, set your burn rate, wait for your Ash, upgrade your Ash tree, and use Ash and materials from the enemies you kill for bonfire sacrifices. So I hope this cleared things up for you and made it a bit easier.